Hey everyone, it's Diego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized facts in 10 minutes. During the Philippine economic briefing at the sidelines of the APEC summit in San Francisco, California, President Bongbong Marcos says the Philippines is ready to take off as a leading investment hub in Asia. In a speech, he stressed that the Philippines has continued to rise above the tide amid a global environment beset by slower growth, supply chain disruptions, and geopolitical tensions. The president also said his administration has identified at least 80 infrastructure projects which can be financed through the Philippine Sovereign Wealth Fund.
We look forward to the operationalization of the Maharlika Investment Fund, the country's first ever sovereign investment fund. It will serve as an additional source and mode of financing for priority projects of the government, including the infrastructure flagship. These projects offer high rates of return and significant socio-economic impact.
Before flying to the US, Marcos named the first CEO of the Maharlika Investment Corporation or MIC who will be calling the shots where to invest billions of pesos in public funds. Rafael Consing Jr. or Joel as his industry colleagues call him, was Presidential Advisor for Investment and Economic Affairs before his appointment. The appointment comes after Malacanang released the revised implementing rules and regulations of the Maharlika Investment Fund law. Under this, the President can reject or accept the recommended appointees of an advisory board. He can also require the advisory body to submit names of additional nominees. The qualifications for directors of the MIC are no longer required to have a master's degree and at least 10 years of experience in finance, investments, business, or economics. An advisory body composed of the National Treasurer and the Socio-Economic and Budget Secretaries will vet nominees for director. 5 directors and a CEO will join the MIC board together with the Finance Secretary as chairperson and the presidents of Land Bank of the Philippines and Development Bank of the Philippines. The MIC board will be in charge of creating an audit committee and stating its functions. Stiffer penalties are now in effect for unauthorized motorists using the EDSA bus lane. From the original 1,000 peso fine, first offense is now 5,000 pesos in penalty. Fines can go up to 30,000 pesos with a recommendation of revocation of a driver's license.
Pag nag-attempt tumakbo, yung pong motorista, automatic na third offense, in which case kailangan niya magbayad ng 20,000 pesos at suspension ng 1 year na lisensya.
Mga tumatakas, i-alarma natin masasakyan na yan, hindi ho nila marirehistro yan.
In a new memorandum released by the Transportation Department, only authorized buses, on-duty ambulances, fire trucks, and PNP vehicles, as well as service vehicles for the EDSA busway project are allowed on the exclusive lane. The list also includes exemptions to the rule, the top 5 officials of the land. This means even vehicles with government-issued red plates are no longer allowed on the bus lane. Pinoy designer Miko Uy named second runner-up for his Mona Lisa cake on Is It Cake 2? Contest in New York. According to Miko, a casting producer invited him to join and despite fears, he accepted the challenge. Miko is back in the country giving workshops to those who want to learn the craft. His advice is to not be afraid of doing new things even without any background. And news from San Miguel Corporation. The conglomerate's flagship brewing unit, San Miguel Brewery Incorporated or SMB, posted strong results for the first 9 months of 2023. These are driven mainly by higher volumes from both domestic and international operations and a more positive business environment. SMB's consolidated revenues grew 9.4%. Its consolidated operating income increased by 8.5%, while the consolidated net income ended at 19.4 billion pesos, 20.2% higher than last year. SMB domestic beer volumes expanded by 4.3%, while there's a reported 8.9% increase in international sales. Van Gogh Alive, a multi-sensory experience featuring the works of the Dutch post-impressionist painter, is in the country. The exhibit is being held at the BGC Art Center, offering a unique way to interact with Van Gogh's art where visitors are surrounded by a vibrant symphony of light, color, sound, and aroma. It also gives visitors the sensation of walking right into his paintings, a feeling that is simultaneously enchanting, entertaining, and educational. This year, more interactive experiences were added such as the Art Studio and Sunflower Mirror Room. The exhibit is open from Tuesdays to Sundays 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekends. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, there are over 9 million senior citizens in the country. Apart from discounts, let's find out more of their benefits and privileges.
Maliban po sa pamasahe at sa mga gamot, mayroon pa pong mga ibang nabanggit po doon po sa batas. Katulad po ng diskwento rin po sa lodging, sa restaurants, then pati po sa mga amusement center.
Ang pinaprovide po ng batas ay 20% discount, pero yun po ay minimum lamang. Isa po sa mga pruweba na ipinapakita po ng ating mga senior citizens ay yung ini-issue po na ID, no? Yung tinatawag po natin na OSCA-issued ID.
Okay.
Pero hindi lang naman po yun yung mga supporting document or supporting ID na po pwedeng maipakita na makakapagpatunay na siya po ay senior citizen na. Sa batas po natin, kapag ang nag-violate po nung Senior Citizens Act ay isang corporation, yung magiging liable po ay yung mga corporate officer. Kapag napatunayan po na may liability yung isang corporation, yung corporate officer po yung mananagot doon.
So same din po doon sa mga establishments. Mayroon nga din parusa para po sa mga senior citizens na nag-violate. For example po, may mga senior citizens na bumibili, for example, ng bulk na medicines para itinda rin. So bawal po yan.
Kasi dapat po for consumption po ng senior citizen. Kasi yung batas po ay nakalaan para po sa benefit nung senior citizen. So dapat po yung i-consume niya, yung pinurchase niya, ay dapat siya po yung gagamit.
Maganda rin pong alamin natin yung batas para po sa mga nakatatanda, para mag-guide din natin yung mga senior citizen.
The Philippines representative at the 2023 Miss Universe pageant, Michelle Dee, ended her journey in the top 10 of the competition. Dee immediately thanked her supporters on her Instagram broadcast channel. In a separate post, she highlighted bayanihan, a trait unique to Filipinos. Dee was among the 3 golden winners of the Voice for Change campaign, where Miss Universe contestants showcased their personal advocacies and urged the public to take part. She champions autism awareness and inclusivity and led the campaign with over 150,000 votes online. Dee's tattoo-inspired evening gown during the semifinals also won Filipinos' hearts. It's a tribute to the oldest tattoo artist, Apo Wang Od, who has become an icon, preserving the rich cultural heritage of indigenous tattoo art. The trailer for Madame Web, the first female-led superhero movie in Sony's Spider-Man universe, is now out. The suspense thriller tells the story of Cassandra Webb, a paramedic in Manhattan who may have clairvoyant abilities. Confronted to unravel her past, she meets 3 young women destined for powerful futures. Madame Web stars Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, Emma Roberts, and more. Philippine Postal Corporation launches special edition stamps featuring famous and historic dogs in the country. Among these are the fur babies of Dr. Jose Rizal and Marcelo del Pilar. The launch of the historic dog stamps is part of the PhilPost's 256th founding anniversary and the National Stamp Collection Month. And now for our 10-second trivia. Who is the first ever cartoon character? Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Mickey Mouse, or Oswald the Lucky Rabbit? Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is the first ever cartoon character. Oswald was created in 1927 by Walt Disney and UBI Works for Universal Pictures and starred in several animated short films released to theaters. After control of his character was lost in 1928, Disney created Mickey Mouse, a new character similar in appearance to Oswald, as a replacement. In 2006, Disney CEO Bob Iger formed an agreement that brought back Oswald to their company. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I am Jego Reyes, giving you news you can use. News you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.